Well, you see the hats on? Sergeant Sever. Come on now. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm your host, Sergeant Sever. And welcome back to another win streak edition of Nets Republic post-game shenanigans. Now, there will be no slander of Kyrie Irving today, which is something I'm going to use extreme self-control to do. But after that dunk, I have no negativity for that man whatsoever tonight. I will only speak positively of Kyrie for tonight because that dunk was so incredible. That dunk was so amazing. I'm not going to go there. But listen, it was wonderful. It was stupendous. We all loved it, and that is all that matters. So shout out to Kyrie Irving for having one of the best putback. Well, what made the dunk so... Where's my phone? Where did I put my phone? I have lost my phone. Give me 1 second. Where did I put my phone? Ah! It's right there. Okay, sorry. What made the dunk so impressive was not because it was so vitriol, not because it bent the rim or some crazy stuff like that. It was because it was from Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie is known for the layup packages and the floaters and the saucy stuff around the rim and stuff. More so his under the rim festivities rather than the above the rim type stuff. So a rim grazer like that really sent everyone in, of the words of Justin, sent everyone in a tizzy. As I was watching from bum headquarters on the couch, I was actually having to reassure myself that that was indeed Kyrie. I thought that was Sumner or something like that. Like the way Mans flew up to the rim, I was like, is that Kyrie? And then when he comes down and starts screaming, I'm like, oh my God, that was Kyrie. It was quite the stupendous dunk. I don't want to overhype it any more than I already have, but I have no slander for Kyrie Irving tonight. He did an amazing job, and that is a Sergeant Sever approved highlight, 1000%. Now, we have won 12 consecutive games in a row. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to say. This is one of the rare times where I have gotten on camera and I have nothing to say. I have nothing to speculate on. I have nothing to hypothesize about. I have nothing to plan towards in the future because we really just went out there and destroyed the Spurs. And that is exactly what we expected them to do. And that's what they did. We've established that there's no one in the Eastern Conference that can stop the Nets. We've established that there's no one in the Western Conference that can stop the Nets. And as we wait for Friday for our moment in the sun on ESPN against the, who do we play? The Pelicans, which will be a great tester for how it is that we're playing. I got to be honest, in the meantime, in between time, I'm a little bored. I'm a little bored. I think it was great that we won this game, but it was in such a dominating fashion. I'm not going to lie, I was watching James Harden highlights on my phone during the fourth quarter because we had destroyed them by so much. There was nothing really to take away from it. I was hoping maybe there'd be some kind of flashy highlight outside of the Kyrie dunk that I can discuss when the camera turned on, but there's not. They just went out there and won. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to have a conversation that I think needs to be had. And I feel like I'm being very brave in this. A lot of individuals might throw this conversation out there for hot takes, but I'm doing it with the most legitness, if you will. I want to legitimately have this conversation because I feel like it could either divide us or it can make us stronger. And during a win streak like this against basement teams, there's really not much to speculate on. So we got to spice up the video a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw out a question to you all, and I want you all to leave your honest opinion down below. Now, we're all Nets fans, so we can be biased, but enough beating around the bush. Let's just get to it. Do you think Claxton has surpassed Jared Allen? I know. I know. It's a nasty question. It's going to divide us. There's going to be a civil war in the comment section. But I think it's time to ask that question. Because Claxton is really good. But Jared Allen is Jared Allen. But at some point, we have to take away the nostalgia goggles. At some point. Now, Jared Allen had the defense, you know, because he was tall. He was lanky. He had the afro. I'm not sure if the afro aided him defensively, but I'm throwing it out there just as attributes. He had a little bit of a jump shot. Not really, but he was tall. You know, he dunked the ball a bunch. Not really much in the post department, but he could dunk the ball, and he was good with defense, and he was very, very tall. Claxton has a slept-on layup package. I say Seth Curry-like slept on, to where I don't think it's discussed enough. Seth Curry played amazing, by the way, but that's not here or there. He's got the post moves. He's got the floaters. He's able to dribble pretty well with the ball. I mean, sometimes he'll get a silly turnover because he's trying to do too much, but I think that's more so out of boredom than a lack of skill. We have yet to see any jump shot from this man, so I'll give Jared Allen that. But Claxton is arguably in discussion for a Defensive Player of the Year. He's not as tall as Jared Allen. Doesn't have an afro, but he did have blunt locks. So that's cool. He's currently sporting a little baldy, but you know, I'm having to really dig within myself to come to a conclusion here. And that's what happens on win streaks. We got to just kind of keep our minds afloat. But seriously, leave it down below. Has Claxton passed Jared Allen? I'm going to say, because past is such a strong word. I think he is a firm replacement. We've been trying to replace Jared Allen for 2 seasons now. I think he's doing a job as a firm replacement. We tried it with LaMarcus Aldridge. We tried it with Drummond. I think this is a firm replacement, and we all feel comfortable with giving the keys to Claxton and letting him be the center of the future and today. And assuming things go how I'm predicting and how we're all predicting things will go, he will be the center, the starting center of a championship team. And I really like Jared Allen too. So this is what makes it so difficult. This isn't just a random hot take. This is a serious debating matter. Y'all are going to kill me, and I'm going to get destroyed in the comments. You're going to say it's recency bias, but I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say yeah because Claxton's intangibles go so much more than he's just a lob threat that can block shots. Claxton does it all. The only thing that I say Jared Allen has over him is Jared Allen can shoot a jumper, but Claxton doesn't try. So it's not like we've seen him do it and he missed terribly. He doesn't really have to. I'd say the post moves, the hook shot, the finishing, the ability to dribble with the ball and bring the ball up the court. I got to give it to Claxton. I've got to give it to Claxton. And I don't think that's recency biased. I think that's just facts. This might be Brooklyn Nets blasphemy. And I'll check the comments to see what y'all said. But I'm going Claxton over Jared Allen. And I love Jared Allen. But at this point, I don't even think it's close. I think the only reason why you might hit the jab step and you might not be 1000% comfortable of jumping all the way out there is because of our nostalgia. Personally. But that's what I'm going with. I'll check to see what y'all are saying in the comments. So anything else I want to talk about before I end the video? Because there's just really not that much to talk about, I'll be honest with you. It was just a proper slaughter. Kevin Durant, still the MVP. I think there's a conversation. Maybe I'm just throwing the takes out there. But I think there's a conversation for maybe. And I mean just maybe. Does Kyrie Irving get in the MVP discussions? I understand that he's basically strictly offense. But, so's Kevin. Kevin might get a block or two. But if we're talking about, like, just the pure ability to score, I'll take that back. Because I'm still not convinced, and I'm not going to slander. This does not count as slander. But I am still not 1,000% convinced that if it was just Kyrie Irving, would we be having the same type of results? We already know if it's just Kevin Durant, what is possible. But with just Kyrie, I don't know. I venture to say Kyrie is having open looks. Kyrie is playing so well because of the shared gravity with Kevin Durant. Obviously, there's the skill. But if you take away Kevin Durant and your real only superstar scoring alignment is just Kyrie Irving, I don't know if you get the same results. So maybe the MVP was too much. I will say this, and I was thinking about this during the game. We haven't really had a chance to see the full effect of 7-11. Either Kevin Durant was hurt, Kyrie was canceled or suspended or something like that, or, missing from the team. But we've never really gotten to see a proper 7-11. We've had it in theory, but never proper 7-11. This is our first year actually seeing it. Kyrie's been pretty healthy. Kevin Durant's been pretty healthy. And Ben Simmons is doing a wonderful job just facilitating the ball. So those two can just go on a scoring festival and get lost in Karis LeVert land. And with this being the first year of us really seeing this pairing together on the court, I am of the camp of re-sign Kyrie Irving. Give him the max, give him whatever he wants, but keep him at all cost. Now, while I still hold my ultimate trump card of the Church of Blow It Up, it's no longer invited to either of you. There's no access from the public. The Church of Blow It Up has been sealed up until this summer. But with that being said, we could really be building towards something here. You got Ben Simmons locked up long term. You got Kevin Durant locked up long term. The only thing KD wanted was a winning and healthy environment, and this is indeed a healthy winning environment. So KD shouldn't be requesting any trades, hopefully, fingers crossed. And assuming we're going to make as much noise as I think we're going to make in the postseason, why would you want to break this up? I'm sure Kyrie's having the time of his life. We all know Kevin's having fun. Who cares what Ben Simmons thinks? He ain't going nowhere. Watanabe's happy. You feel me? Seth Curry's happy. Got a home. Yeah. Royce O'Neal's doing great. Even though he was sick tonight, but he's doing great when he plays. Jacques Vaughn is doing amazing, proving that he was indeed the right choice. Everyone's happy. Sumner's happy. The only person who I would guesstimate is not happy is Cam Thomas, because he probably doesn't get to play the minutes he feels like he should be playing. But we all know that when Kevin Durant eventually retires, which we're assuming he retires in net, fingers crossed, that is when Cam Thomas can step up, assuming we don't trade him for some disgruntled superstar. But I don't think we will. I don't think we will. So outside of Cam Thomas, everyone seems happy. And I'm saying worst case scenario, we can't get past the Celtics in the conference finals. That's the third round. That's pretty good. That's gradual improvement. I'll take losing in the third round. That's not bad. We all know they can get further, but worst case, we can't get to the finals. So it's not like a second round exit or something like that. I see this as something positive to build off of. So go ahead and give Kyrie that max. Because we got a core. We got a core and we got a team. So go ahead and give him the max. Go ahead. I think if we were to break this up, we'd be starting at square one and there's no need. Let's see how far this can go. And that does truly go beyond any shortcomings in the playoffs. I really think this is something you build off of, and I think the combination of 7-11 deserves a couple more years, seeing as though this is the first year we really got it. And one last thing I want to end on, because I understand when you rewind the tape about a month ago, it was doom and gloom, and you rewind it now and it's all positive Pete and all that stuff. I can't staple into the ground enough how much firing Steve Nash has just changed everything. And we suffered through that bum for 2 years. That man wasn't drawing plays. That man had no idea what to do as far as who should be on the court and when to be on the court. He never called timeouts. He was trash. He was, and I know all sorts of fan bases say this. You talk to Hawks fans, they say this is Nate McMillan. You know, they was throwing that one OKC coach whose name I can't remember, Scotty Brooks. No, not Scotty Brooks. Matt Brooks, something Brooks. I can't remember his name. But whoever the OKC coach was before the last one, they was pushing him down the stairs. The Knicks fans are killing Tibbs right now. Like, I understand that whenever it's like turmoil o'clock, the first thing to do is to blame the coach. But if you weren't there the last 2 years, I don't want to hear it. Steve Nash was legitimately the worst coach in NBA history. And I sat through Derek Fisher, Kurt Rambis, and David Fizdale. I've seen bad. But you know, with no more Steve Nash, Jacques Vaughn at the head of the table, no Roman Reigns, it's truly a new day. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's game. Let me know your thoughts on the future. And obviously weigh in on the Claxton versus Jared Allen debate. These are the types of videos we're going to have during this win streak, because in reality, we could sum it up by me getting on camera and saying, hey, they won again. But that wouldn't be a proper YouTube video, would it? So, 3 cheers for me pushing us through like it's the off season, but that's not here nor there. I will see you next game. I believe it is Wednesday. We play, who do we play? We play, let me get out of this James Harden highlight. Who do we play? Wait on the app as usual. We play the Bulls. Not afraid of the Bulls. They've been playing well as of late, but they are not on our level. Could this be the end of the streak? I mean, if any Eastern Conference team were to catch us slipping outside of like the top heavy ones, I would definitely say maybe Chicago if we don't take them all the way seriously, but we'll probably be fine. And even if we don't, I'm not going to freak out, and neither should you. But chances are we'll win. So I will see you on Wednesday for our game against the Chicago Bulls. Be safe. Enjoy your New Year's. Pay your rent. I need to do that. But pay your rent. I'm Sergeant Sever. This is Nets Republic. Claxton's better than Jared Allen. I'll see you on Wednesday.